The back and forth between Brooklyn Nets superstar Kevin Durant and former NBA player, Hall of Famer, and now TNT superstar Charles Barkley continues. So it all started following the Brooklyn Nets loss to the Boston Celtics in 4 games. On Inside the NBA, Charles Barkley called out Kevin Durant and people who believe KD is a bus driver versus a bus rider. Barkley said, you guys always talk about that championship stuff, and I try to tell you, all these bus riders, they don't mean nothing to me. If you ain't driving the bus, don't walk around talking about you a champion. If you riding the bus, I don't want to hear it. All these guys walking around with championship rings, y'all bus riders. When you the bus driver and you got all the pressure, when you have to play well or you're going to get the blame, that's a different animal. If you remember back in 2020, Charles Barkley spoke more direct of Kevin Durant. He said, to be on my Mount Rushmore, you have to be a bus driver. You have to be the key guy on your team. LeBron is on there because of that. Bill Russell is on there because of that. Until KD wins a ring in Brooklyn, he won't be a bus driver to me. Kevin Durant's got time because the Brooklyn Nets are eliminated. He responded to Charles Barkley and his comments by saying, where would Chuck be without the big homies, posting pictures of Barkley as he did ring chase towards the latter part of his career, joining Hakeem Olajuwon and Scottie Pippen as Houston Rockets. Barkley responded one more again, saying, you think they put that play-in banner up already? I could have put up stuff about him and Russell Westbrook and James Harden and Serge Ibaka. KD's a great player. Only point I was making is life is different when you're driving the bus. So I do think both gentlemen make points. I did not like Charles Barkley's point about Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and Serge Ibaka and James Harden. For me, I have no problem with Kevin Durant's tenure in Oklahoma City. He played for a team that drafted well. The Thunder was so bad and the Supersonics were so bad, they kept getting top picks. I'm not mad at anybody for staying in their situation with talent that was drafted in, because that does speak to a team that was either bad right before you got there or also bad when you were still there as well as a young player. So I'm not faulting KD for joining the Thunder. I'm not even faulting KD for joining the Golden State Warriors per se. I'm more faulting KD. My criticism comes about Kevin Durant and the way he joined the Warriors. Like, them being up 3-1 as an Oklahoma City Thunder, with him not playing well in those last 3 games, and then he joined Golden State after that, after they won 73 games. I think that the 3-1 part of it is a big piece of the puzzle that's bad on KD. I don't get mad at KD for playing with Brody and Harden in Oklahoma City. That was a very bad organization before those gentlemen got there. When I see Barkley talk about KD being a bus rider versus a bus driver, I get it. It doesn't seem like KD, as great as he is as a talent, is a guy that can galvanize troops and be the guy that people need as a leader in their locker room to get them there, like a Giannis can, you know? I will say this, though, in KD's defense, Barkley did ring chase too. He did ring chase once he got out of his prime. And I wonder if Barkley could do it over, would he have played more of his prime with better players versus just sitting around in Phoenix? Like, KD still got a chance, if things don't work out in Brooklyn, to leave Kyrie, demand a trade out, whatever, and go somewhere else, as great as he is, and still try to win a championship somewhere else as a number 1, at worst case a number 2. KD's got a chance to still win another ring without being a Golden State Warrior. So I want to let it play out with KD, but up until this point, I'll give Barkley the point of saying, yes, he has been a bus rider, not a bus driver. And when I mean a bus rider, he ain't at the back of the bus. This dude is a guy that was the best player on the Warriors by a country mile. He was better than Steph. He was better than Clay. He was better than Draymond. But the system was built around Steph. We have to acknowledge that. The Warriors could have won those championships over the Cavaliers back-to-back years in 17 and 18 with a bunch of other guys in this league. And you never want that to be the setup, period. They could have won it with a bunch of other guys, not just a KD. Did KD make it easier? Did he make it a 5-game series, then a 4-game series? Yes. But KD was not the missing piece to the Warriors. There were a bunch of pieces that could have been that missing piece. And I think that's what Barkley's saying. But I do think we need to put an asterisk by bus rider in regards to KD. If this is a bus rider, this is as good as a bus rider we've ever seen in the NBA. He is a phenomenal, great, all-time level great player, top 20 all-time. But it doesn't seem like he's got the personality to be the bus driver of a team. And I think that's the point that Chuck was making.